It's been 4 years since 2021, and looking back at the underground music scene, man, oh man, I haven't seen niggas this hungry or this creatively passionate since then. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, yes, there's new classes, new artists out there, but they haven't been this creatively influencing or just held they shit that long. On my For You page every other week with someone reminiscing about it, talking about the trends that were popular, how funny the underground music scene was at that time, and just the music that was coming out every other week. Yo, with artists like Sofago, Cash Domi, SSG Kobe, Lucky, Autumn, so much more that I'm talking about in this video, and an interview with my homeboy Bambi, and the influence that the underground music scene had on him as an artist, and just the inspiration that shit gave off. We gonna talk about that shit and so much more. The Plug and B resurgence era was something else to talk about and re-love about, and we finna take a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, that shit elegant. That little bitch with some melanin. Speak on it again till we stepping in. And I'm packing.
My first introduction to the underground music scene was with Young Chris, and at the time, he was just posting a lot more stuff on TikTok and like dropping shit here and there. Cause like the first actual drop was Dip, and like yo, that shit, he was cooking. And I ain't gonna lie, a few more drops, he was already in my rotation from that time on. And in 2021, he was coming with heat. With April Fools, Bitch I'm Joe Biden, and Extravagant. Yo, if you know, you fucking know. Circular rotations. And towards the end of the year, he started previewing Blood on the Leaves in an off the leaf snippet. But Blood on the Leaves got more controversy because of some historical shit with the snippet, but Kanye West used it, and we were just like, okay. But he made it into a BLM remix, which was like homage to the lives that were lost at the time. But in my opinion, the original song was better, but he pleased people in both ways, I guess. Next up on the list, I'm talking about Cash Domi, and he was one of my favorite artists, but like the first complaint like everyone else had, the 1 minute songs, bro. Come on now. But he was putting belt to ass, and how I found him originally was from them 1 minute songs. I can't even hate. Well, Look in the Mirror popping up on my YouTube homepage, I was already hooked, bro. After that, bro, I'm on TikTok scrolling, I started seeing him and some other short kid. I didn't know his name was yet. Later find out it's Baby Santana, and them two, Cardi and Uzi, and ASAP Rocky and Tyler Creator type of duo. And I fuck with those type of shits, cause them clips is funny as fuck to just watch down and sit. Pushing closer to summertime, I'm already on TikTok scrolling, looking at the funny ass clips, because it was behind the scenes of them making certain music videos or just them hanging out or talking shit on live. The next artist we're talking about is Baby Santana. In my opinion, I thought Lil Bro was the next LeBron James on the underground, because I ain't gonna lie, the type of handouts and the type of shit he was getting gifted with was straight W's. With him dropping 14 with Cash Domi on December 31st of 2020, that shit gains traction and blows the fuck up throughout 2021. It gets him at 14 years old a lyrical Lemonade music video with Cash Domi. Like, that's straight inspiration, and especially to the niggas who was trying to rap, trying to become rappers and everything like that, because they were not using FL Studio or none of those shits. They kept it 100, which was some shit I fucked with even more. They were on BandLab, and if you don't know what that is, it's a washed down FL Studio on mobile and Windows PC with Apple headphones and a pop filter, putting out the best work they could at the time till they got the money and funds to upgrade. Because on the next lives, I see that little red box that most artists use, and I'm proud of them just like using what they can around them to elevate their shit. And lately, the influence was down to my homeboys in the room. Like, it was like a night where they just said, fuck it, bro, we gonna just try some shit. All of them, pop filter, BandLab in a corner room trying to make some shit. I was too self-conscious. I just knew that producing shit was for me, but I never touched it. Well, I learned how to use FL, but it's not for me. Besides that, he drops Prada, then gets a Prada remix by Lil Tecca. At that time, he was one of them ones that broke out of the underground and was like mainstream, because obviously Ransom remix with Juice WRLD and a bunch of other shit that Tecca was dropping. So that handout to Tana was just chef's kiss right there again. A good remix, and they were making fun of them looking alike. It was just, it wasn't just nothing. Them niggas dead ass looked alike. Other good singles with Late Night featuring Texaco, On Go, Lit as Fuck. He was 14, 15 at the time with no license or permit, and mind you, every song talking about driving that SRT. Niggas was like, bro, you're not even old enough to touch a steering wheel, please stop. And then niggas wasn't fucking lying. And this is where I said he was really fucking cooking like 09 LeBron. Yo, starts previewing Antisocial as a snippet, drops that shit. That shit fucking blows. I ain't gonna lie. When he said that Antisocial brought, and he's like, no girl, I'm socially anti. That little nigga was cooking in my head. I don't know. I was like 16 at the time, and I thought that shit was some fucking heat. And everyone was too, because they was running that shit back several fucking times. Antisocial blows up. It blows up on TikTok. Everybody talking their shit. 2 months later, they in the studio cooking up some shit. They preview snippets of Antisocial 2. They talking about, oh, who do you want on this shit? They dropped that shit on June 10th with Zulu, Young Fazo, and SSG Kobe. I ain't gonna lie, Zulu, it was only one song I like by him. Young Fazo, I ain't gonna lie, it's 2 memorable moments I had of bro, which was him getting laughed out alive by Autumns and Summer.
Can I play a song real quick?
Yeah. Good shit, Wick.
Him on Passively Aggressive featuring Jace. But he's not a bad artist, he's just not my tempo. I'm gonna keep it 100. Back to the main song at hand. Antisocial 2 was something else, bro. Like literally that night it released early on YouTube, which like it be doing that shit sometime with certain songs. But yo, I'm already playing it back, because I already got my first 50 plays in because it was on YouTube already. And I ain't gonna lie, SSG Kobe had the best verse on that song. And Tina adding a little bit more sprinkle to that spice was switching the socially anti bar to switching it back to Antisocial. He don't win with that one. I ain't gonna lie, Lil Bro was really doing his part.
With that being said, I'm talking. Hit from the back like, hitting your bitch, make her come right. He talking shit, see the sunlight. He try to run up, he see this.
Last but not least, the end of Santana's little run. This nigga kept getting grounded because his mom found a song that he made called Gay Court. I don't know how the fuck you explain that shit to your parents. The initial reaction as a parent finding that shit out, like your kid making some like shit like that, like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not whipping my kid's ass, I'm just gonna remind them of digital footprint. And from that moment on, I was hella more interested in the underground music scene. And with it being summertime, oh my god, yo, just good tunes, good trends, good music. A lot of new artists who've been putting in work, just putting even in more work and previewing snippets, and it just working on TikTok. With SSG Kobe previewing Thrax and it becoming a very popular trend. Coachie's previewing Tell Him as a snippet. Yo, that Tell Him snippet means something else to me, bro. And that nigga dead ass posting that shit on Instagram too, talking about who you want on it. Someone said Uzi in the comments. He like, do you got Uzi money? That shit had me laughing a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I heard on word on the street, Snot was gonna be on it. Snot, deadass, was once one of my favorite artists of all time. It's just bro be slow with his drops, and that's the only thing I dislike with Snot. But his music is fucking good every time when he does drop, though. I can't even lie to you. He's been in my rotation since I'm freshman in high school, bro. Tell Him dropped in the middle of summer, peak music. Then they got the Lyrical Lemonade music video coming out with that shit too. That shit was just something else. Cole Bennett's run before he retired, especially in 2021. You got 2 banger Lyrical Lemonade music videos with underground artists just showing them to the more limelight and more people fucking with them, to the point where niggas used to call this shit TikTok music. And they straying away for it, which is like now like we understand the difference between TikTok music and then like music meant for TikTok, which was like a different thing. People did not like used to just claim it back then because everyone had these people in their rotation. And with songs like Everywhere I Go, TDA, a bunch of other trends, and these rappers is like around our age. Like I said, youngest was 14. I know we got some unks up in there, like I think Jason, well, Autumn was probably the oldest at that time, and he was like probably 24, 25, but like it was a lot of people like around my age, like 16, 17, 18, barely even that age, just running the underground music scene, and it just made it more inspirational. And these kids are thriller, making their thrillers and posting that shit back on TikTok so their shit can blow up, have a more fan base and everything. Like Young Chris was not scared to interact with the fans and comments and shit like that. Same thing with like Slump 6 and Baby Santana with one of the interviews. Like
oh shit, but this is Slump. Yeah, no, Slump. And Santana, right? Yeah.
Oh shit!
We literally mirror you.
Like
X,
it was.
bro, I swear to God.
Damn, that's crazy as fuck to hear, fam. This shit, cause it means so much to me. Y'all.
These niggas just kept it 100 no matter what, bro. And that's one thing I do fuck with. And when it came to beefs and disses, bro, that shit was something else. Like diss wars was a whole new concept introduced in my head because I didn't even know what the fuck that shit was. I just remember seeing clips about it on TikTok, and then me being nosy on SoundCloud, like I would go look for these songs back. In Slump 6, I ain't gonna lie, bro, he was running that shit down with them diss wars. Like that was one person I was like, yo, I don't rap, but like his bars, he came with that shit, bro. He was running them diss wars a good minute till Jace dipped his foot into that shit, and until Jace got played out by 2C 2 times by that shit on Max's stream.
Jace That rhyme with Chase. We chase Jason, spray him like Mace. Niggas throwing their feet, better pick up the pace. It ain't no stock on his gun. If it was with a butt of the gun, hit him right in his face. JC a kid, just turned 21, first shot, signed up. He wanted to play. He dropped out of school, I ain't learned my ABCs. I was listening up ACGs.
I ain't gonna lie, he was really running that underground music like this was shit, bro. He was that underground boss battle that you had to fight and break out to relevancy, because he had information that you never knew had it. I did not know Slum 6 was on the soccer team taking gay ass pictures in the bathroom. He got that shit. What the fuck? Yeet and Autumn having beef with each other. It was a bunch of shit just going on in the underground music scene. I didn't even know they had beef in the first place. I don't know why still to this day. Slum 6 was an underrated favorite in my opinion, because like I said, his disses was like really something else, and certain drops he had I liked, which was the Dokoromi EP. They slid on that shit. It was a collab EP with Baby Santana basically. His parts on Antisocial 1 and 2, there was something else, and other songs he dropped, he did his shit. BK the Really, even though she didn't have that many drops, it's just her music before and afterwards is just so versatile and shit I like, because I don't know what to tell you. Yo, even when you're going through it, that song is just such a peaceful vibe to listen to. But the two drops, which was Blue and Santani, and Slum 6 remix like Santani for a song too, which I said like these niggas' creativity was just something else at that time. Jace is another underrated pick in this rotation of artists, because yo, there's so much good people in here, and mind you, still releasing good music. It's just that I don't listen to the same people I still do. It's just that like Jace at that time was just dropping good shit with Fuck Jace 1 and 2, Elon, and just his versatile shit with like the R&B style or the harmonization of his on the plug-in B sounds. Chef Kiss, I ain't even gonna lie to you. And mind you, switching from like the harmonization vocal side of plug-in beat to real rap shit on 556, and I ain't gonna lie, it's still getting its popularity years later with Kai just reacting that shit. I think it was like last year, he fussed with that shit too.
That boy sweet as hell. Why you think he stayed in school? I used to bang it out with ops. The police take my tool.
But like he do be losing the plot sometimes, because in one of the disses he did say, oh, you got the puffy eyes like me.
He got the little puppy eyes like me, like he want to be seen like me.
I ain't gonna lie, been getting like get back the plot. Let's keep it going, bro. Jace had a good year, but like had a terrible run afterwards. He also did get called out for snitching on Summers, because they did some robbery, which I don't know why rappers making enough money to go buy that they need now is gonna go do that. But he turned on them, snitched on them, statements got released and everything. And mind you, like I understand why he was getting mad, because Jitsu, we're not even in the same state, is rapping and making disses about you snitching and everything. And they wasn't even heavy affiliation with Slay World or Autumn or Summers. Mind you, Autumn didn't even say nothing, and that's homeboys. Stay out of it, y'all jits. Another good artist on this list, in my opinion, Glock 40 Spaz. Yo, finding him for the first time was just a surreal experience, because watching the WWE, and I'm like, oh, this some rock boy like beat, and then him coming in on the vocal microphone, I ain't gonna lie, muffled as hell. But it just was like, wait, this is a different type of sound, and he was doing it intentionally. People were saying the worse mic Glock has, the better the music. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And him with just dropping Baby Woe 2 recently, he's still in my rotation to this day. And mind you, the first time hearing, you ain't talking about like you ain't talking about name. Yo, open my third eye on some music shit, bro, because this was like the first time I'm actually hearing music for what it's worth. And the only issue with Glock was he was in and out of jail at that time, but now he's free, making better decisions and choices and shit like that. And I'm proud of like the path he's going down now, and I just can't wait to see the better music he does continue to drop. Next up, we're talking about Cheremony. I don't really remember how I found bro, but I just know the clips that he had on TikTok, and people on TikTok is finding his old TikTok account. I'm just like, yo, leave him alone, because bro, if y'all find my old TikTok account, I'm not gonna feel no type of way. Like I know it's there, so don't remind me, and I know what's on it. Fuck. But his plug-in beat era was something else. Reside, yo, that song, I was going through it, I heard Reside for the first time in the rotation. Then Agenda and Final Agenda, even though Final Agenda came out in 2022, that was still good drops. 100 started trending on TikTok too. Like he was just doing some shit creatively differently, and that's what I liked about Chase so much, especially when it came to diss wars. His beat selection was funny as shit. He used the Pumpernickel Fortnite beat to clown out a nigga talking about where is your dad. I was laughing my ass off rapping that shit. I don't feel bad. That's just some good type of creativity. Next up, we're talking about Peak. Yeat's 2021 run is something different. And if you agree with me, subscribe on this video, because trying to get the 700 subscribers. But yeah, nah, back to the real. Yeats 2021 run was different. And with a 3-album run with Alive, 4L, and Up To Me, Alive was not it for me, but I understand and I hear the sound he was building up with Up To Me. Coming out the woodworks, first song, bangers. Teslas and Rovers, yo, that shit is straight peak, bro. I'm not singing no lyrics, but I'm adding in certain clips and sounds, bro. Because just hearing 2021 Yeat, like damn near every song, if he was sliding on that shit, it had you doing this thing face. You don't know what he's saying, but you bop in your head because it's good lyrics, good vibes, and good sounds, and straight edit trends switching up for like beat sounds and everything. It was just a build up to Aura and Aura Farming. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like it had no reason in the middle of me in chemistry class where I'm supposed to be studying and learning, playing Brawlhalla with one of my homeboys. It is the beat switch to Swerve It. I'm getting a knockout. Beat switch for Swerve It. It's 2 more stock. I 3 stocked that nigga for that shit, bro. It was no need. I threw my controller too. There was no need for me doing that shit in chemistry class at all. But I still graduated. And hella good drops with Counter featuring Summers, Turban, Money So Big, Sorry About That, Off the Lot, Mad About That, and legendary Get Busy. This song already turned, but here's a bell. Yo, that shit moved mountains. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And that music video dropping, Chef's Kiss again. These boys just doing shit that other artists wasn't doing at that time, and I'm not going to lie to you. It was different out there. And the cherry on top we used to run is the Drake cosign. I'm sorry. No nigga in the underground was really doing that shit, bro. I'm sorry. Last 3 artists we're talking about, they were in Slave World, and one of my favorites that I'm talking about, and I met that nigga 2 years ago. I'm talking about that Wick, that Twin Uzi, that Autumns. And with him dropping Rolling Stones, I ain't even gonna lie to you, it was good drops. It could have been better. But we're gonna keep it real and talk about what was the peak of Autumn, which everyone keeps saying, that 2021. That peak Autumn with dropping One Way, Noticed It, and a bunch of good songs. I'm not even gonna lie, we're gonna give a quick recap of Autumn's 2021 year. Starting off that year, dropping a 2-pack song on Valentine's Day called Scent Music, Can't Pretend, and If It Means Something. Can't Pretend got foreshadowed by If It Means Anything because that shit just blew up on TikTok. And I ain't even gonna lie, 2 good, amazing love songs by Autumn type of shit. And that Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse imaging thing that he be doing now. He dropped the Exactly EP. There was a few good songs on there. I did not like Nina 2. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be a lot better in my opinion. But like good drops with Pico featuring Summers. That was an amazing song. He dropped Portrayal, which was a Yeat diss. I didn't even know about that. Then he drops the EP Not Much Left, which he went 3 for 3. And then he drops Not Much Longer. That was a 5 out of 6 drop in my opinion. Like Murcielago, like I ain't gonna lie, the beat was shitting in my ears. Like literally, I listened for lyrics, but I couldn't stand the 808s. But last but not least, on December 3rd, 2021, that boy Autumn, even though he was previewing this shit months on months, and I found the One Way snippet over the summer. I said, I need this. I was crying. Dropped it that December 3rd.
When I dropped this one,
I lost my bitch. My dog CJ lost his bitch. We was crying on the bus way to school. 4 years later, there's 2 more One Ways and 1 more still the same. And I ain't gonna lie to you, nothing really compares to that first, just piano and everything. But I did like where he went a little bit further with One Way 3, because when he said, you know, it's a one way around here, it's no round tripping. Yo. Next up, we talking about Summers, and I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I just like how every once in a while he be trending on TikTok for like the bullshit he does. Cause like last year with the song that was unmixed, like everyone was saying keep it, but Max dropped a different version of it, and like everyone was like counting on him for it. He got embarrassed and he just deleted it. And I'm like, yo, everyone was so mad because they actually liked the song. It was just not used to Summers hitting the vocals like that. In 2021, Summers dropped Intoxicated. What we did have, Nothing More, Nothing Less. Intoxicated, 06 was my favorite song off of that shit. Nothing More, Nothing Less, I ain't gonna lie, that was a heartbreak album from like soul, bro. Because Back to the Basics, From the Heart, First 48, MVP, and like there's many other songs I'm missing. Like if I re-listen to this shit, I'm probably going to be crying throughout the whole album.
I didn't know who I was until I heard this album.
Like that type of shit was something else. And once again, I was still going through it with the bitch before I lost the bitch. And meanwhile, and it's sad underground music dropping around like that November, like it was October to November time of year, and I was already going through it. And what we did have had heartfelt songs, cause Just Can't, and it turning into a TikTok trend to like pull a hezzy on like someone talking about some emotional shit was crazy works to me.
Put G43 and I swear that bitch gon' bang. Every time your shit come on, she cutting it off. Cause you lame, it's only one of me. You cannot touch my rank. You just can't.
And I ain't gonna lie, my bitch ass did participate in that trend too. It was funny as fuck. But yeah, and like mind you, Back to the Basics hit most of all. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, it was doing 12 Style Streets type of numbers in my mind. And I ain't gonna lie, I know that shit took out some niggas, but I was one of them that survived because that shit was getting to a point. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Last but not least, we're talking about King. And I ain't gonna lie, he had an unnoticed run, but he was noticed for the wrong things and the shit that he did to himself, because we all know about the beating women, not even allegations, incidents, just like going on crazy rants on Twitter. But he did drop some shit like last month. I don't listen to bro no more. I do fuck with his versatility and his ability to be a producer rapper type of thing, but he was on a run. He was putting straight belt to ass in the studio. He drops Factions, then a month later he drops Oxy and Codeine. And I ain't gonna lie, two of the craziest song titles on that album was my two favorite ones, Ain't Going to Heaven and Going to Hell. Crazy ass names, but that song was heat. I know where I'm going though. What the fuck? Then dropping good singles like Woke Up took over TikTok so fucking differently, and I was happy that he got a little bit of recognition for all the hard work he was putting out. Nothing to Me 1 and 2, another heartfelt plug-in B song that means something to me. So What hit. Then he drops hashtag Before RR, Wicked featuring SSG Kobe. Both of them did they shit, and Broad Day, which is a calm little song. Then he dropped the song Fuck the Clock featuring Yeet. I think that shit did a little bit of numbers on TikTok. If not, I personally fuck with that song. So I'm here with
Yo, it's okay, Bambi, and I'm just here answering a few questions and giving my opinions on certain shit. Straight off the top, like, I don't need no script for real.
what did the 2021 underground music scene mean to you?
For me, low-key, that's when I really started getting tapped into the underground, because I knew a couple underground artists like Lucky and Destroy Lonely. Like, I remember having in my playlist before, but that's when I think a lot of people did start tapping into that shit and it being a bigger thing than it was in prior years. Because the underground scene, to me personally, is just like, it's something that, you know, where everybody can make their own type of music and you can connect with a whole different fan base. Like, niggas who really gonna rock with your shit. Like, it don't gotta be this overly mainstream shit or nothing like that. That's kind of how I feel.
Who was your top 5 favorite artists from like that little time span? Top 5 projects?
I'll say, top 1, it would be Autumn, because back, like, that's when I started getting put onto a hell lot. I started putting myself onto a hell lot. Yeet, that's when that nigga had like every song that he was dropping, every EP, every mixtape he was dropping, it was like you was gonna always hear something about it, edit over it. Austin Summers.
That nigga was doing something influential each time that nigga got.
Literally. I wanna say obviously Summers. For my 5th, I can't even really say. I want to say Cash Dummy, but I'm trying to have no biases of like recent, like this year. So I'm trying to really think who I was also playing. I'll probably say SSG Kobe. Yeah, it's split between SSG Kobe and Sofego, because those were two other people I did bump a lot, but I was really onto SSG Kobe because I started going through a lot of his shit. I haven't really found my way.
Calabasas was one of my favorite on
literally.
Drop.
Literally. So yeah. Projects. Obviously those 2 Yeet projects, the EP and the album. Yeah. Yeah, and then that one EP that he had dropped also. Autumn, like obviously Autumn with motherfucking and Nothing Much Left. Like I ain't gonna lie, that shit has straight classics on it. And if you don't like that EP, you're shit. Like, bro, here's some shit. Like, I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. And Antagonist, I can understand why people didn't fuck with Antagonist, but me personally, when I first heard that album,
like that was a new sound
for Autumn, and then plus it was like something completely different from what he was doing. Because it's like you could see that he was trying to be more aggressive on flows. Because Autumn always had like a low-key aggressive flow on certain shit, but it was also mixed with the plug-in beat, so it wasn't really out of place. Well, Antagonist, I remember somebody saying this is like tour music. He doing this for his tour. I was like, I can see it, but at the same time, I fuck with what he was doing on it. That one Catch Dummy album, like low-key, that was some shit.
Pull on your memory that means something to everybody. That fateful day, December 3rd, 2021, where that nigga dropped One Way. How did that shit change your life, King? Let's talk about that.
One Way was one of them ones. Like, I can't even lie to you. Even I listened to the first One Way, other than the One Way 2, because I feel like there's nothing more you could do for that song to make it better or worse. And you can't make a secret track that will be better than that because low key, you can't top that. That was one of Autumn's peak. I ain't gonna lie. Listening to Autumn music, bro, it made me start rapping for real. It made me want to rap on hella Plug and B shit. Like to this day, I'll still rap on some Plug and B shit. But one way,
I ain't gonna lie. Texaco too. Desired.
Tesco don't get his flowers as much as he should, but he wanna
underrated artist, like, cause another one with Dreaming of, Cell Phone, like I think really I'm listing off tracks cause like Texaco's discography is everywhere for me, but what I have listened to I really do like.
It's not even that his discography, it's just like the shit that he has produced and all that other stuff.
Late Night, yeah, there's hella good songs, features, like the fucking utmost in the top. Like they really was going after that shit. Like that's 1 year of music, and like where like the Plug and B style, cause it's R&B type of style, having niggas like harmonies and like flows to that shit, and like it's the second half of the year where like shit is colder, and like you want shit to be like more slowed down for the like rest of the year. Good jobs, good and great jobs.
Yep.
What's your opinion and takes on this was, cause that shit was very prevalent during that time with other younger rappers like Santana, Slump 6. I forgot a lot of like Zulu, like a bunch of them boys were just basically like, I know it was just for giggles, maybe I know 1 or 2 of them was for real, whatever the fuck. So yeah, what's your take on this?
Around that time, yeah, the Tana and Slump 6 shit was like, that was for jokes. Like I remember seeing that shit. I remember hearing some of their disses. The funniest one to me was the Jay and motherfucking Slump 6, because that shit was actually dumb as shit. Like it literally did not need to be.
Eyes like me, like you want to see.
Slump 6 is
that's what I'm saying. Like that shit, because the nigga had dropped like 3 disses, right? He had dropped motherfucking Get Well Soon, 3-piece, and 20 Ball, right? So Get Well Soon was after when Jay's diss that song. It was low-key hard, like, you know, the remix on his most popular song. 20 Ball was literally when, like, after the nigga start, like after when niggas like heard that, he was like, bro, yeah, this nigga reaching, right? He started trying to flex bands. He's like, bro, show me a 20 ball. Slump 6 showed the 20 ball. So now that nigga Jace had to go back and start dissing again. So they went back and forth. I forgot what diss he made, but then that's what made motherfucking Slump drop 3-piece. Now I ain't gonna lie. When I'm not even trying to glaze Slump, because like I think Slump now is kind of like low key a little, you feel me? Like not
him and Jace was going back and forth again, and like the Slump was like, oh nigga, the underground then left your dumb ass in the past tense. That shit did hurt, cause like I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was like popping.
He was one of the ones.
Cause literally he was right next there. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a crazy pull. It was a trio, bro. This was literally D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron out of that underground at that time, which was Slump 6, Baby Santana or Tana now, and Cash Domi. Cash Domi and fucking Slump 6 disappeared, and it's just Tana like still maintaining relevance. Jace is still maintaining relevance by doing what Jace does best, by dissing niggas and holding like the king of the underground in his own way.
Nah, I feel like niggas be glazing that shit, but I feel like the reason why
I ain't gonna lie, like after 2C done, like I ain't gonna lie, stumped his ass out that one time, and he rage quit from Diss War. He been real quiet, and then like the best moment he had coming back was like trying Autumn like a couple weeks ago, and that was really it.
Nah, me personally, man, like with the snitching, with the little snitching thing and all, like, and now that nigga, and he was trying to be a streamer and all that other stuff, I think niggas he got lost in the sauce. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was okay, baby. New music coming out soon. My boy Pretty Boy Live, you know, he finna bless y'all up with whatever rest of this segment is. I hope y'all love my take from a rapper to the fan to this nigga's fan. You feel me? So I'm gonna just rip the fuck out the pendulum now.
But if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. And this was like a little recap, reminiscing about the underground music scene. If you want me to talk about other music scenes or other things that just mean something, because I'm going to talk about Flash games, a bunch of other things that come from the heart that just mean something to me. Coming soon. Thank you for watching. LA Game for L. Love y'all guys.
Leon get the bitches, but if you know that's cap.